Hey guys, how's it going? It's Justine. And today we are chatting about all things Apple event. More specifically, the new iPhone X, which is not actually called iPhone X, it's called iPhone 10. Here it is, the iPhone 10. It was officially announced today, and I've got it in my hand. This is the white version, and there's also a space gray version, and this thing is absolutely beautiful. We're at the home screen. Here it is. Man, it has such an awesome feel to it. This is the space gray. I got a chance to go to the Apple event this year, and it was by far one of the most incredible experiences. Not only because it was my first time ever going to an Apple keynote, but it was held at a Steve Jobs theater, and this was the first time that this theater has ever been used for anything. It's official. The Steve Jobs theater is directly behind me, and this is my first Apple event ever. And to walk into the Steve Jobs theater, up to the doors, and see Steve Wozniak standing there was the coolest thing ever. It was also one of the first times that people outside of Apple have seen Apple Park, have seen their new campus, have seen inside the new Apple Visitor Center where there's a retail store. Can I buy something? I wonder if I can buy things here. Can you buy things here? Well, I did a little bit of shopping, but... A little bit? Yeah, just a little. We have a Mac Cafe. This is Cafe Mac in the Visitor Center. I'm getting a nice chai latte. And they have this amazing augmented reality feature. They have a massive table that weighs 11,000 pounds. Yes, 11,000. And when you look at it with just your normal basic eyes, you don't really see much of anything. But when you use their augmented reality app, you can get an inside look at the entire Apple Park. It's also really interactive, so you can swipe up on this little side screen, and it'll show you morning to night what it looks like. You can also take off the roof, which was quite a surprise to me. What? She just took the roof off of it! Aside from that, we are here to chat about the new iPhone, which is called the iPhone 10, not the iPhone X. Unfortunately, the iPhone 10 is not going to be available right away. Pre-orders will be starting on October 27th, and they will ship on November 3rd. Starting price, $999. Worth it. Out of all of the rumors that I've seen, the number one thing that I'm so glad that did not come true is that blush copper gold color. I was not a fan of it, and I really just had this feeling. There's one thing I know, Apple is not going to make that color a reality. And thankfully it did not, because the iPhone 8 comes in this amazing, beautiful gold color. So before we get too ahead of ourselves, there were 3 new phones that were announced today. Number 1, the iPhone X. It comes in 2 different color variations. There's a silver and a space gray. The sizing options for these is only 2, and it was rumored that there was going to be a 512 gig, but there's not. There's only a 64 and a 256. I've already made my decision, and I'm definitely 100% getting the silver. I think it's so beautiful, and it kind of reminds me of the original iPhone. Next up is the iPhone 8. Now, technically, this would be the 7S if we were kind of following the footsteps of previous namings of iPhones. The size and form factor of the 8 is pretty much just like the iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus. The biggest cosmetic difference of the new iPhone 8 is the new color that they have, and it is a beautiful gold color. Rose gold is one of my favorite colors. That's my favorite type of jewelry to wear. And in the past, they had a rose gold, which was more of a pink, and then they had a gold, which was almost too gold. It was more of a yellow. So this gold is the perfect marriage of the two, and it's just the perfect gold color that I could ask for. Like, if I were to make this phone the color that I wanted it to be, it's this color. iPhone 8 pre-orders will be starting on September 15th, and they will start shipping on September 22nd. So set your alarms, add it to your iCal, prepare yourself for pre-order day.
So this is kind of cool. You basically find your spot at this table. It's not real. Like, there's flying and in front of you. You get a little battle scene going on here. Like fighting on your coffee table.
So let's talk about some of the highlights of the iPhone 10. Here it is. It's in my hand. I got a little bit of hands-on with it, and the craziest thing is the phone is much smaller than a 7 Plus, but yet the screen, because it's a full OLED screen, which they are calling it a Super Retina display. I love it. Every time they were saying Super Retina in the keynote, I was dying. The word super to me is very, very funny, so followed by Retina, Super Retina. It just had me actually laughing out loud. I think a lot of people who thought that the Plus phones were too big, but the smaller phones were too small, this iPhone 10 is the perfect marriage of those two. You're losing no screen real estate, but yet you have a much smaller phone. The display looks beyond incredible. It's edge-to-edge, which means there is no Touch ID. So, Justine, how are we going to use our phones with no Touch ID? How are we going to unlock it? How are we going to do anything? How are we going to return to home? Pretty simple. You can add a passcode, of course, or you can use Face ID. You can use Face ID and passcode at the same time, just in case. That was it? You just unlocked it? Yeah, let's see it. That's cool. If you're familiar with any type of facial recognition software, it's very simple. There's really not much you have to do. You just hold your phone up, look at it, and when it recognizes you, it unlocks your phone. Face ID is enabled by a true depth camera. It's super simple to set up. I watched this guy set it up in just a few seconds. It projects and analyzes more than 30,000 invisible dots to create a very precise depth map of your face. And I watched this happen in person. I watched this guy set it up, and then I watched him unlock his phone immediately. One of the biggest concerns with Face ID is, what if somebody else has my same face? Will I be able to use a photo? How does this all work? Is it safe? One of the things that they really stressed in the keynote is whether you get a haircut, you wear glasses, put a hat on, grow a beard, for instance. Face ID knows your face. This is far more secure than Touch ID. I've been using facial recognition for a while on my Samsung Galaxy S8 and my Microsoft Studio, so I'm pretty familiar with it. But watching this whole thing in action was really cool. So you basically just hold your phone out. Oh, looks good. Oh shoot. Sorry, you need a space. And then you can swipe up to unlock your phone. But my biggest question when I saw this in action was, oh wait, how do I access Control Center? They solved that by now swiping down for Control Center, which will probably take a little bit of getting used to, but even in this short little bit of hands-on time that I had with it, I got used to it really quick. So with Face ID, you'll be able to do all the things that you did with Touch ID. You'll be able to unlock your phone, and you'll be able to use Apple Pay. Something that I'm pretty excited about, and I think anybody who takes selfies will be excited about. You can now take portrait photos using the front-facing camera. Portrait mode allows you to take really incredible photos that make it look like it was taken by a professional. The blurred out background really adds to that effect, and there's something else that they also announced. It's a new feature in portrait mode. It's called portrait lighting. It's really kind of crazy and sad because photographers, you guys are going to be out of a job now because everyone's just going to be doing everything with their iPhones. I mean, Instagram models, this is taking it all to a whole new level. Hashtag no filter, but hashtag portrait lighting, hashtag portrait mode, hashtag is this my face, is this my body, I'm not even sure. Augmented reality, that's the new reality. So because these cameras can sense depth, you're able to make changes on the fly. So here's an example of using the Stage Light Mono filter. This is in the new portrait lighting filters. There's natural light, studio light, contour light, stage light, and this Stage Light Mono, which pretty much turns the whole background to a nice black, and it looks like it was shot in an actual studio. One of the other rumors that did not come true was the fact that the iPhone X would be USB-C, and this was something that I was really looking forward to. I have so many USB-C cords, but I also have so many lightning cables. It's fine. I can wait a little bit longer. They also announced wireless charging, which is something that I've been looking forward to for quite a while. They also introduced this little guy. This is the AirPower. So with this power charging mat, you can just lay your devices down on it, and they will charge wirelessly. It'll charge the new iPhone, the Series 3 watch, and the new AirPods. I got a few tweets where people were like, well, what if I want to charge my phone and use it at the same time? Well, then you plug it in. You don't have to wirelessly charge. They did announce some other partners who were going to be making other wireless charging devices, so stay tuned for those. I know they mentioned Belkin, and my favorite friends, Mophie. I look forward to all of the third-party things that come out of this announcement, because that's always something that's so exciting, to see what people take away from the event, and then in return, create something that they think that we need for these devices that are missing. I mean, like, look how great this is. All three devices charging at the same time. So here's a quick look at what is making everything work. Right here we have the infrared camera, we have a flood illuminator, a proximity sensor, an ambient light sensor, speaker, microphone, 7-megapixel camera, and a dot projector. So with all of that built in to the new front-facing camera, this gives us so many more possibilities. Animated emojis, obviously extremely important. Just when you thought you've seen it all, you haven't. So you can pick your emoji, and then you can hit record in iMessage. You can record your message as it face tracks your face to the emoji. And then you can send it to your friend. I mean, honestly, you guys better believe I'm going to be posting these all the time. Another thing they announced is the new Apple TV 4K HDR. The 4K HDR is going to give you such a clear and brighter image. I love seeing these side-by-side comparison photos because you can really see the difference between the 4K and the 4K HDR. The colors are brighter, the blacks are darker, and it's just an overall better image. So the biggest problem is the content. There hasn't been that much content available for 4K and HDR quality. So now a lot more platforms are supporting it. There's a bunch of movies and shows on Netflix now that support this. And I'm only mentioning Netflix because I've actually seen it firsthand. They also mentioned Hulu and ESPN and other live streaming sports. But I can only speak to Netflix because I've seen that firsthand on my LG wallpaper TV. One more thing in this video. The Apple Watch Series 3 looks absolutely amazing. I'll be making a full video on this guy here very shortly. But the biggest highlighting feature of the Apple Watch Series 3 is that it now supports cellular. So you won't need your phone at all. You can leave the house and you can stream all your music, get text messages, make calls, all without having your iPhone. I got a chance to check out the new black ceramic, which looks really beautiful. I'm probably going to go with the white ceramic again. So that's just sort of a quick overview of the event and some things that I saw today. I would love to hear what you guys think of everything. Did you watch the event? Are you going to watch it? Judging by some of the things that you might have seen in my video today, or what you've read online, or during the keynote, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Are you going to get one? Are you going to wait? Why? Why not? What phone do you have right now? Tell me all of the things. And I look forward to chatting with you guys in the comments. I also have some more iPhone videos coming out very, very shortly. I just haven't had time to edit, so stay tuned. I'll see you guys later. Bye.